So I went to my first poetry open mic yesterday, and I wanted to go and read one of my poems as a way to get out of my comfort zone. And so I probably have like 15 different poems I could have chosen from. And obviously it's vulnerable getting up there and sharing one of your poems because I feel like I only write poems about like sad things, right? And so I chose to read this poem because I felt like it was kind of like a safe option. And I've read it on here before, but basically just about how like I realized that like it's better to be seen, and that's how you're going to be happy. Like hiding from the world isn't going to make you happy. So I got up there and I was like, I didn't know which poem to read, so I'll just read this one. And they're like, okay. And then I'm like, this is my first time at open mic, guys. So whatever. Then I read it, and then they were like, read 2 more, do another one. So then I was getting scared because I wasn't prepared to do a second poem, and I didn't know which one I was going to do because I wasn't really like practicing like how I was going to perform something. So the one poem that I felt like I had practice in saying before, because I've said it online before, was this like traumatic poem about my SA experience. And I didn't want to like read that poem at first because I didn't want to trigger myself and also like the audience, right? But so then I was like, whatever, like I'll just read this poem, guys. I don't want to read the whole thing on here, but this is the first part of it, and then this is the second part of it, right? But I was being like a big baby. Like I was like, which one should I read? I'm like looking at my phone, and then I was like, does someone want to go again? And then like I'll go after. And so then I was like getting off stage, and then because the one girl was like, okay, maybe I'll do one before you. And then they were like, what are you doing? Come back. So then I just was like, okay, it's go time. And then I did it. And the thing is, it's kind of funny, not really, but like at the last line of the poem was, and if it wasn't my fault, why do I still feel so scared and ashamed to read this poem out loud? And I was like, oh, that was literally me, because I was kind of like, should I read this? I'm running on and off the stage, basically. It wasn't really a stage. It was like a restaurant, but whatever. The area where you read your poem. So I was really nervous reading the poem, and I was shaking a little bit, guys. But when it was over, people said that my poem was powerful, and they liked it, and that they were proud of me for reading it, you know. And so I'm proud of myself that I didn't let my fears stop me, and that I ended up doing like one of my real poems and not just like my safe option.